Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Theg, and I'm creating this channel because I wanted a place to share all of my different perspectives of my life experience. I have been approached many times over the years where people want to hear about, my time in the army and what was that like. How is it on deployments? How is Iraq different from Afghanistan? What's it like being in combat? What's it like getting out of the army and becoming a civilian? What's it like living with post-traumatic stress, and what are the struggles that a lot of soldiers face? Sometimes people want to ask me about hand analysis. How did you get into it? What is it? Why do you practice that now? Sometimes people want to ask me about martial arts or artwork, or about my religion as well. How did you come into Sikhi? What inspired you? How's your life different now? Being black and being a Sikh is really rare. How does the community respond to that? How did my time in the military influence my spirituality? And so on and so forth. So the list really goes on. And I have a lot more clarity about these kinds of issues. And being able to put it down, I think, has a lot of extended benefits. Another reason why I wanted to create this channel is because, especially after my time in the military and after my deployments, I walked away from those with a lot of trauma. And I have not opened up very much about what my experience has been, how it's affected me, and what a lot of people, who similarly face a lot of the same struggles of, seeing combat and what that does to you. And not being able to open up very much has had a huge negative impact on my life. It's my hope that in sharing more and vocalizing and deconstructing my experience, that it'll be another step on the path toward healing and trying to move forward. Over the years, sometimes people will tell me that elements of my story or my testimony or my perspective on life is quite inspiring to them, or they're motivated to do things a little bit differently or find new ways to give back to their community, in similar ways that I try to do. And I think that that's really nice. I don't really set out to do that. I'm not a self-help guru or anything like that. I don't have it all figured out. I can tell you what my experience was, and that's it. But if in sharing any of my experience with you, if anyone out there receives some kind of benefit from that and they're able to make changes to their life that have a positive impact on them, or allow them to refresh their perspective on how they handle things, and they add value to certain parts of their life, then I'm happy to share. I guess the last thing that I want to say is that as much as I always try to give back, and I'm always trying to look forward and help other people and try to move away from a lot of the forces that have really held me back in my life. Whatever success I've had there, whatever success I achieve in life in general, I give all the credit to the people who came before me, who inspired me, or who are my mentors, my leaders, my teachers. Because without their advice, I wouldn't be here today, or I certainly wouldn't be the person that I am today. So I feel indebted to them, and I feel that I owe it to those people who came before me to share that wisdom that has had such an amazing and positive impact on my life. If I'm better because of what they taught me, then surely someone else out there maybe will receive some benefit too. And on a similar line of thought here, as I continue to think more about the future and the generations that come after me, I feel like I owe it to the future to share my perspective and say this was my experience, so that other people don't run into the same difficulties, or so that they don't suffer the same heartaches, or they can navigate through a lot of the challenges that I've had already, and I can tell them what my strategy was, and where I was able to succeed in those areas. So it's a big story to tell, and I'm just going to take it one video at a time, one event at a time. I'd like to share with you guys just about different parts of my life. I'd like to share with you guys about my experience as a veteran, or what was my time like on my deployments, my religious experience, volunteering, and other acts of service that I do throughout the year. And you can follow along with me as that unfolds, but I'm not trying to turn this into a huge project or anything. I just want to get started and take it one step at a time. So I got to start somewhere. If you're watching so far, you're with me on the journey, so thank you so much. And let's see where this leads us. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.